right, and this last one, this is Bruce's, so why don't you talk about it a little bit?
So for something completely different, we're going to travel over to Japan. And this is BAND-MAID, and this is a live recording of a tune, Domination. And what I like about them is they sound even better live than they do on the album, at least on the things I've seen. So, yeah, that's probably all I'll set you up with. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. All right. I just want to be sure there wasn't something else to add. I guess the only other thing I'll add is so their shtick is wearing maid outfits, and it's all girl rock band that totally blows everyone else out of the water. And just as a side note, everyone seems to be doing rock really well, except the United States. So
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I could have made that similar observation. Everywhere else puts out even their pop, but specifically their rock. They got the download that the US is still with Windows XP on.
Well, I mean, all the best cars come from overseas. All the best drugs.
We're behind, man.
I mean, you've got Greta Van Fleet.
Kind of. We can talk about that. They have one EP. Their second one was disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't even have to be anywhere far away. I mean, Canada has some really great
I know. Oh my
stuff going on right now.
Oh my god.
And everyone here is just tuned into the top 40 of.
Just waiting for the next Nickelback album, aren't you?
Oh god.
Oh my fucking god.
Matthew it. All right. So here.
All right. I will not take that.
Look at this video.
This graph.
All right. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I remember this video.
Hold on.
Wait.
No. It jumped Windows on me. All right. Not Windows, the operating system. Windows that are open. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, this is the real shit. Also, Japan's theaters, their music spaces, insane.
Is that a PRS?
And all of them individually on the instruments are just nails.
How are they so talented?
Boku no Hero Season 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the vibes. I just love the bass, how present it is.
Yeah, they do a real good job with the mix. Misa's bass parts are always up front.
Yeah.
Like I feel.
Meeting backstage.
Excellent stage presence.
Yeah.
Also the costume. Oh, so good.
Get it.
Steve Williams.
See, I don't mind jam like solo sections. It's just when the whole tune is a jam, I'm like,
Yeah.
so like this kind of stuff I really like.
We're not all
Is this-
fans of Fish.
Is this typical of what they do?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going on the list.
Plus seeing bands that like have a good time doing what they do. What a concept.
Excellent recording.
That's some good stuff.
Mm.
The whole time I couldn't help but to think, I was thinking One Punch Man, and you know the anime shot where they come in one by one, kind of doing a
Yeah.
pose. Oh, that's some great shit. I like it.
So smooth, so clean, so Jozu. Oh man.
Yeah, it looks like a good show as well.
Yeah, there's a couple I don't know. There's the concerts that I have gone to are kind of varied. I mean, obviously being in concerts is one thing. And so it's strange because looking at a band from the audience, looking at the stage gives me anxiety, but looking from the band's point of view at the audience, as many, there's more people down there, that's less anxiety. I don't know why. Right.
Huh.
So when you see a band that has a really good stage presence and they can kind of take your mind off, being crammed in there with a bunch of people and stuff like that, and everyone's kind of looking forward or whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, everyone's there to like see a band, but how many times do you also see a bunch of people like, dicking around on their phones and stuff like that?
Right.
And it's that's the audience's problem, but it's also like there's also a point, being performers, we all know that there's also that point where if you've lost the crowd, you've got to kind of do something, to keep everyone engaged or whatever. You can't just sit up there and play. So it's kind of like what Rob Zombie used to talk about, and he actually got a lot of flack for it, but you have to put on a show. You don't just sit up there and perform, play your tunes or whatever. People are there to see a show.
Mhm.
Right.
And if there's no charisma, if there's no personality, then it's not going to happen.
It's a bit of a lost art, isn't it, as well, in kind of mainstream rock, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'll
would
agree
kind
with
of
that.
agree with that in some senses, because I mean, let's say it's not let's say it's a pop show. Pick any boy band, right? Yes, you have like dance choreography and stuff like that, but choreography is still pre-planned something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It doesn't really show like personality all the time. So there's that
That's
side
true.
of it too.
I think people use a lot of pop specifically likes to choreography engages the audience, but you're totally right, Bruce. It is not the same. It's a stand-in.
Mm.
because a lot of music brought to the stage, aside from a couple of artists, like I think Gaga is someone who like can hold down a concert. Beyonce, they can hold down with personality, but so many other artists resort to like basic hype or choreography
Yeah,
because
big
they
showpieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
So
Spinal
not having
Tap.
someone, having an audience in the palm of your hand, hanging on every word. It's different, isn't it?
For sure. Bruce, I had a question for you. So generally in Japan, or what I have observed with a lot of Japanese music, especially the rock section of things, Japan loves showcasing the fact that a lot of their talent is really young, because they honestly, Japan has some just stupid talented youngsters. Um, and I don't see as many popular, band folks past their like mid 30s and beyond. Like a lot of the new hot, from what I've seen, Japan's very quick at like bringing the new young talent in, and then once it cycles through, they, rotate it out for whatever comes next. So, are these kids? Are these young adults? Like, what's the age range of these folks?
No, they're all in their 20s, if I
Okay,
remember right.
because their singer's got a. I love the maturity in her voice. Like she's got some like. You can hear her growl every now and then, but her natural singing voice is like rich and it's got depth to it. And I love that. It was really
Right,
awesome.
but she knows enough to put Fry in there whenever she wants.
Yeah,
Kinda,
yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, as far as I remember, they're all in like their 20s,
Okay. Sure.
But I do know what you're talking about with kind of the yeah. I mean, if you want to use the boy band example again, but like the younger, you know,
Hmm.
okay, but once you get to 18 and 20, you're kind of out. We need to get the next thing in
Right.
here, kind
Yeah.
of scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Which is
the
ironic because they love to import the older bands from the West.
exact. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
and they
that's
do
that.
really well.
That's the downside of. Well, I don't know if I can slap it on just Japan, but Japan is an easy critique. Is that they're very harsh on the cycling of talent,
Mhm.
because I have seen really talented bands be like deemed not popular anymore, or like out of the limelight, and they disappear. They just stop. Like they don't keep making music after that. They all find new careers or find
Right.
new paths to go down. So it's very, they bring out the best, but it's a little bit cutthroat sometimes. A little bit too cutthroat in my eyes.
Well, it's
Yeah.
one of the interesting things too is I guess um kind of like when you're talking about cutthroat and stuff like that, but there's bands like this one and like Baby Metal's another one, and there's a couple others that have found like a lot of like success, even though they haven't toured, say, in the States, but they have a big fan base outside of that. It's almost like once you break out of those barriers,
Hmm.
now a lot more is forgiven. Because
Yes.
it's like, oh, okay. No, this can continue going on probably a lot longer,
Right.
because there is an audience outside of the immediate, cities and stuff that you would normally tour in and stuff like that like what you're doing. So that might have something to do with it. I don't know,
Right.
100%.
I
But
think we've talked about it before, how because Bruce and I have had a conversation like this involving Baby Metal, but the staying power for a lot of the Japanese bands I've seen is if you can get that like international fan base, if you can show that other people outside of your country want to hear your music for an extended amount of time, and that usually keeps them going.
Mhm.
So
related to that, in our next kind of episode that we do, there is a band from the United States that is pure like rock and roll straight through and through, and who hardly ever play in the States because they're too busy playing in like France and Europe. So it's same thing going the other direction.
yeah, go where the money is.
Mhm. Awesome.
All right.
That was some great stuff. Added some cool tracks to the Spotify, and the drive is going to be a lot better tomorrow.
Sure. That's round one.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So yeah, until next time, we'll see you on the next one.